welcome back to RTO with Iain. After our little exile because of moving, and we're now up and running. We're going to get some background sorted out because I'm sure you don't want to see my bed. But this is just to make do until we get something sorted, probably in the new year. So the first show back, as it's Friday, and we're going to do some live album ranking. And today we are looking at Germany's power metal, whatever you want to call it, Helloween. They were formed in Germany, in Hamburg, West Germany, in fact, in 1984, by guitarist Kai Hansen. And they get Marcus Groskopf come on board, Michael Weekath, and drummer Indigo Schwarzenberg. They've had three singers, and they all got back together and had a damn good time. So they've released 4 albums, live albums. They're all very good. I don't dislike any of them. So this is all about production and set lists, really, and what ones are my favourites. So let's have a look. Okay, then, coming in at number 4, we have their very first live album, released in 1989, and it's called Live in the UK. In the United States it was called I Want Out Live, and in Japan they called it Keepers Live. All tracks re-recorded at the Edinburgh Playhouse in Scotland, except I Want Out that was recorded at the Manchester Apollo. This is the only official live album of Michael Kiske until the Pumpkins reunited, and it was also the last album that actually featured Kai Hansen on guitars until the unmentioned United Alive. So on here we've got Michael Kiske on vocals, Kai Hansen on guitar, Michael Weikath on guitar, Marcus Groskopf on the bass, and Indigo Schwarzenberg on the drums. Okay, opens up with everything. They're going Happy Helloween and A Little Time, classic track from Keepers 1. Dr. Stein, another good track. The brilliant Future World, brilliant track that is. Rise and Falls on here. We Got the Right, excellent track. And we get I Want Out, and then we get the brilliant How Many Tears. Very short little album, of course, but it's enjoyable with some of them early classics from the band. Play this one a lot, actually. I do like this one. Got to saw them at Donington. Oh, I can't remember now. But you know, they were good live. And I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.5. Okay, then, coming in at number 3. So the live album released in 1996. High Live. Obviously it's the first live album to feature Andy Derry on the vocals. There's also been another change. We've got Michael Weikath on guitars, Roland Grappol on guitars, and Marcus Groskopf on bass, and Uli Kirsch on drums. Sadly, Indigo passed away. These were recorded in Italy, Spain, and in 1996 in the early part. Okay, the first track is the really good We Burn. Great track that is. Wake Up at the Mountain, another really good strong track, very good version live. Soul Survivor, brilliant version live. The Chance, really good. Why, excellent track. Eagle Fly Free, really good vocal from Andy Derry, taking over for Michael Kiske. Really did a good job on that. Time of the Oath, another good track. Future World's always good. Bit of Dr. Stein, Before the War, really good track, one of my favourites by the band. Good live. Mr. Ego, Take Me Down, another excellent track. Power, Where the Rain Grows, another really good track. In the Middle of a Heartbeat, really good track, one of the slower ones. Perfect Gentleman, brilliant version on here. Still Tormentor, excellent way to end the album. Again, High Life is a very good live album, excellent production. Really is, you don't notice that it's recorded from various shows. The continuity is really good. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Okay then, coming in at number 2, released in 2007, it is Keeper of the Seven Keys, the Legacy World Tour 2005-2006. On here we've got Andy Derry, Michael Weathcarth, Sasha Gernstadt's on guitars now, Marcus Grosskopf on the bass, and Danny Loeb on the drums. Opens up with one of the classic intros. If you love Helloween, you know their intros are always fantastic. And then it goes into the brilliant King for 1,000 Years. This is the best version of this song. It's the definitive version. Absolutely belting track. One of my favourite long tracks by Helloween. Brilliant stuff. Eagle Fly Free, really good. Hell Was Made in Heaven, really good version. Keeper of the Seven Keys, brilliant. You know, Derry does a great job on singing the Kiske songs. Never had a problem with him singing them. They all sound really good. Then we get one of my favourite tracks by Helloween, A Tale That Wasn't Right. Then we get Mr. Torture. Then we get the brilliant If I Could Fly, another superb track. Then Power, another good track of course. Future World, brilliant stuff. The Invisible Man's good. This Is God, love that track. I Want Out, Dr. Stein, Occasional Avenue, and Helloween. This only edges it out High Life because there's a better selection of songs on here. That's all. High Life is a great album, so is this one. Play this a lot as well. Excellent album. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking at 9.5. Okay then, my number 1. Well, it's a bit obvious, isn't it, if you're a big fan. Released in 2019, United Alive in Madrid. Recorded during the Pumpkins United World Tour, where former members Michael Kiske and Kai Hansen joined Helloween's lineup. Most of this was recorded on the 9th of December 2017 in Madrid, and some of the bonus tracks on here were done in Chile, Brazil and Czech Republic and Germany. So the lineup for this album is Michael Kiske vocals, Andy Derry vocals, Kai Hansen guitars, Michael Weathcarth guitars, Sasha Gernstad guitars, and Marcus Grosskopf on the bass, and Danny Loeb. Opens up with a brilliant Helloween. Absolutely definitive version. It sounds absolutely brilliant, like all these tracks do. Dr. Stein, brilliant. Michael Kiske is on fire. He can still sing. Of all the singers can do high notes, he can still hit them, and he sounded fantastic on here. I'm Alive, brilliant version. If I Could Fly, brilliant. Are You Metal, great song, great version. Rise and Fall, another brilliant track. Waiting for Thunder, awesome track. Perfect Gentleman again, brilliant on here. Then we get Kai's medley, stuff from the first album with Kai singing, and it just sounds brilliant. You get Starlight, Ride the Sky, Judas, Heavy Metal is Law. Brilliant songs. Great to hear Kai singing these songs from that very first Helloween album. Then we get Forever and One, A Towel Wasn't Right. This is the best version of this I've ever heard. Absolutely brilliant. Then we get I Can, good track again. Living Ain't No Crime and A Little Time, awesome. Soul, Survivor, awesome. Power, again brilliant. How Many Tears, brilliant version of this, awesome. Invitation, Eagle Fly Free, best version of that I've got, without a doubt. Same with the Keeper of the Seven Keys, absolutely brilliant on here. Future World, brilliant as usual. I Went Out, brilliant. March of Time, Kids of the Century, one of the weaker tracks but sounds really good live, much better live. Why, good version. And then Pumpkins United. This to me is the ultimate live album by Helloween for lots of reasons. The three guitars work brilliantly, and you get all the vocalists that have sung in Helloween. It's absolutely brilliant. So I can only give it one mark, and that's 10 out of 10. It's one of my favourite live albums, purely because it's just heavy and fast. It is my favourite album by Helloween, a live album. But if you would like to know what I think of the studio albums, you know what you got to do. You just got to ask me, and I will do a full descriptive ranking of Helloween. Okay, first show back. It's nice to be doing it again. I'll be back a bit later with a new album review. We'll be looking at Deep Purple's Turn Into Crime. Got quite a few new albums coming up, so go crack on with those while I've been off. I will see you later. Take care for now.